Bruce Lee once said that as you think, so will you become. Everything begins in the mind. The thoughts you repeat, the stories you tell yourself, and the emotions you allow quietly shape your reality. You are not simply reacting to life, you are participating in its creation, moment by moment. Every thought you entertain lays down a path. Every feeling you interpret becomes a message from within. So the first step is not to fight what you feel, but to understand it. Emotions are not enemies. They are signals. Fear is not there to weaken you. It points toward what matters most, what you value, what you care about, and what you do not want to lose. Anger is not just destruction. It is your inner alarm telling you that a boundary has been crossed, that something important to you has been violated. It reveals your standards and the truths you may have ignored. Anxiety is different. It is the mind wandering into a future that has not yet arrived, imagining problems that do not yet exist. It pulls you away from the only place life actually happens, the present moment. Buddha taught that if you do not rule your mind will rule you. When you learn to decode your emotions, instead of resisting them, what once felt like chaos begins to look like guidance. Much of human suffering comes from trying to control what was never meant to be controlled. Outcomes are the people, timing and circumstances. You cannot control the weather. You cannot force the world to follow your script. And the more you try, the more frustrated you become. The only territory that truly belongs to you is yourself. Your choices, your actions, and your responses. That is your kingdom. Maya Angelou reminded us that while we may not control everything that happens to us, we can decide not to be diminished by it. The moment you stop trying to control everything and instead choose how you will show up, you reclaim your power. When someone triggers you, pause. Do not react immediately. Do not run, just breathe, because the trigger is rarely only about them. It is often a mirror reflecting something inside you that still needs attention or healing. Carl Jung believed that until we make the unconscious conscious, it will direct our lives and we will call it fate. Growth does not begin when pain disappears. It begins when you stop turning away from it. Pain is not punishment. It is information. And listening to it is how transformation happens. Many people wait for motivation to change their lives. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Real change comes from habits. The things you do repeatedly. Whether you feel inspired or not. Wake up a little earlier. Read a few pages. Move your body. Choose calm when anger invites reaction. Aristotle suggested that excellence is not a single act, but a habit formed through repetition. Your daily decisions shape your future quietly, like water carving stone over time. Transformation rarely arrives as a dramatic breakthrough. It arrives through consistency. Your past too is not meant to imprison you. Roy T. Bennett wrote that the past should be a place of reference, not a place of residence. What happened before shaped you, but it does not define you. Every mistake carried a lesson. Every heartbreak carried insight. Every failure redirected you toward a different path. Life is not asking you to forget your past. It is asking you to carry wisdom instead of wounds. Presence is where your real power lives. Eckhart Tolle emphasized that the present moment is all we ever truly have. When your mind drifts into endless what ifs about the future or regrets about the past, return to now. Feel your breath. Notice your surroundings. This moment is where life unfolds. You cannot control tomorrow. You cannot rewrite yesterday, but you can shape this moment. And from this moment, everything begins to change. Life will always contain challenges, uncertainty, and emotional storms, but the goal is not to eliminate them. It is to learn how to navigate them. You are not trying to build a perfect life. You are building a resilient one. William James observed that one of the greatest discoveries is that a person can change their life by changing their attitude. You become what you think. You attract what you feel. You create what you choose. The future is not something waiting out there to be found. It is something being shaped right now through your decisions. Fear shows what matters. Anger reveals your boundaries. Anxiety signals disconnection from the present. Triggers illuminate wounds that are asking to be healed. Habits reveal who you are becoming. And choice, always choice, what reveals your power. Be kind but courageous. Be patient but persistent. When life tests you, do not ask for it to be easier. Ask to become stronger. because you are not your past. You are the author still writing, and every thought you choose in this moment becomes another line in the story of who you are becoming.